This is the Sonnet Tech Echo Express SE3. So I'm a YouTube creator, and one thing I've been trying to do is connect SDI, which is, if you don't know what that is, HDMI and SDI are video thingies. And TV production movies, they use SDI. Normies like me use HDMI, but I wanted to be advanced, so we're switching everything from HDMI to SDI because there's less latency, it's faster, it's better, higher quality. And the recorders that we use are all Blackmagic Jig Recorder, Blackmagic Constellation 4K, and they all use SDI. So we had to get HDMI to SDI converters, 12G, which is the highest tier. There's 6G, 3G, and 12G is the highest, not like Wi-Fi with 5G. And to do that, I wanted to be able to plug in SDI into the Mac Studio to be able to visually see the output from the camera on the Mac Studio while we're filming, so I can display it on the teleprompter that we have here or on the screen that's next to it. Now, there's no way right now to do SDI to a Mac, but there's a way to do SDI to PCI Express to a Mac. And this is a PCI Express Thunderbolt device. It is Thunderbolt 3, which it looks like USB-C. I think it's similar to USB-C 3.1 or 3.0. But this essentially is a Thunderbolt 3 expansion chassis for PCIe cards. It's $800 and I've actually decided we're going to return it because it didn't meet our needs. And there's a new OWC Thunderbolt 5 version that is $300, so it makes no sense to have this. But you can see right here, we tried to plug in two PCIe Express. One is the Blackmagic 4K, I think is the one down here. And this is a 6G, I want to say. And then the Elgato HDMI, which actually didn't work at all. We'll find out today. Let me just give you a quick overview of what this PCIe chassis looks like. It's pretty long. You got the front-facing fan on the front side of it, Echo Express SE3E. And then on the sides, oh, we need screwdrivers. This is the back. And I was able to put in the Elgato 4K HDMI in, HDMI out. This is a PCI Express. And then there's the Blackmagic version, and then there's nothing on the sides. There's this piece on the bottom. To be able to actually install and uninstall those, you have to unscrew this and slide this out. So we're going to do that in just a second. But one of the biggest downsides I learned from this was that your PCIe cards require a Mac driver. So you need a PCIe to Thunderbolt driver to be able to use this chassis. So all this chassis does is allow you to plug in PCIe cards into your MacBook via Thunderbolt USB-C, essentially. But if your PCIe card does not have a firmware for PCIe to Thunderbolt, or driver I should say, then the Mac won't be able to recognize it. It'll recognize this. You don't need to install anything for this to work. The chassis will work. Easy. Boom. Didn't have to install anything. The hard part was getting a driver for the things that I put in the PCIe slots that can communicate via Thunderbolt through the PCIe, if that makes sense. And the Elgato does not provide that, so I have to return it. It only works on PCs. Whereas the Blackmagic did, it just did require some installation. We had to look it up, download it, and install it. Now, if you want 10 gigabit Ethernet, there's a lot of reasons to have PCIe. There's a whole bunch of like cards you can buy that make things faster, graphics cards, and that's where this kind of comes in. Let me just show some important specs real quick. It's about 6.5 inches by 11 inches by 4.6 inches. Has 3 PCIe slots, 3.0 x 8 slots, and the maximum card length is 19.7 inches. It weighs about 3.7 kilograms with an empty chassis. It has 2 Thunderbolt 3 ports right here, not Thunderbolt 5. Okay, so now we're going to open this bad boy up, and here we go. So the encasing inside is hollow. There's nothing here. And then this is the actual place where you can put your PCIe cards in. If you're wondering, the manual that comes with it, the user guide, this is it. This is SE3 and SE3-2, as you can see right here. It's a Thunderbolt interface card, and then 3, 4, and 5, which is an X8 mechanical. 2 of them are X8 electrical. 1 of them is X4 electrical. They support PCIe 3.1, but it's also compatible with PCI 4.0, 2.0, and then there's PCIe slot access covers. It comes with a big power cable as well as a Thunderbolt connector retainer clip that goes inside of the thing itself, but you can slide these out to see the inside, and then you'll slide it back in when it's ready and just boot it up, and it just powers on right when you plug it into your computer, which makes it really simple. And they do have a list of compatible PCIe cards on their website, so go check that out before you buy anything, because if they're not compatible, it's not going to work. Well, these are compatible. This is what it looks like when they're inside of the actual card. You can see there's one slot in the middle that's open. And let me show you how this stuff comes out. If you do have one that has like a daughter slot, so that means it takes up like 2 slots. Boom. Now I can slide out the Elgato 4K Pro. I think if I had a Mac Pro, this might work, or a PC computer, you would have HDMI in, out. You can see all the Elgato cards there, but sadly it does not work with this guy. And then down here, we've got the Blackmagic 4K as well. We'll unscrew it here, and you can see the PCI card slot sizes right here. Obviously, these ones are smaller. They don't need the full expansion, but they do fit. So now we're going to pull that sucker out. And this is what it looks like on the Blackmagic 4K with the 3 SDI slots on the bottom here. But both of these fit. They're similar in size in terms of how many tracks they need as well. And if you have a device that needs external power, you actually have that option right here where you can plug that in. These are all the PCI slots. When you open the back cage, it looks like this. I just have some issues with the Thunderbolt cable not fitting in, but you can see the locking mechanism is that hole right there. It only comes with one cable and one locking mechanism, and this will slide right in. There's a fan right here to keep things cool, and that's the Sonnet. It comes with a 18 Trua fan, which keeps it really cool, which I do appreciate, below 20 decibels. And if you do want to buy like PCI Express cards that allow you to connect displays, you can do that. This is a great way to get more connections to a laptop, Mac Studio. I wish we had a Mac Pro, because Mac Pro has PCIe slots. You don't really need these things unless it's a very professional situation. So I hope this was helpful. We'll have a link down for this below. If you want to click that link, it helps support the channel. If you have any questions about it, let me know in the comments below. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.